Hey everybody, it's Ashley and I'm here for Not Too Shabby to share with you a design team project for today. I'm going to be making these little sweet shaker tags using the MFT tag builder number 6, and I will put all the links below for you for the products, and also if you head over to Not Too Shabby, you can use my coupon code CraftyGirl to save 10% on your order. So I'm going to hold up each of the little shaker tags so you can see. I made 2 little penguin ones and 2 little snowman ones. And I put little bells on them. There's 2 with silver bells, and then there's 2 with these cute little turquoise bells that I found at the dollar store. So I'm going to get started by showing you the products that I'll be using. First up, I use this Neat&Tangled stamp set, and it's by Neat&Tangled, and I use that cute little penguin and snowman. It's called Berry Mary. I also use this Lawn Fawn set called Frosty Fairy Friends, and I just used this little sentiment at the bottom that says Merry Christmas. It just fits so perfectly on that little white snow part. And then this is the die set that I use by MFT, and it is the Blueprints Tag Builder number 6. And then I just used a whole bunch of stuff on here, which you will see in a little bit. And then I also used some paper pads. I used 2 Doodlebug ones. I used Polar Pals and Frosty Friends. I also used some Doodlebug twine. This is the red, white, and blue assortment. I used that turquoise color there. I also used some shaker elements. I used this blue star one and this white one, which looks like snow. I just got those at Michael's. I also used my Wink of Stella, and I just had that on the little snowman part. And then I used some American Crafts ribbon, as well as some little bells, and I just got these at my dollar store. I just got some silver ones, and then I got this pack that had all these really cute, colorful ones, and I just love those so much. So I'm going to get started with the process video, and I will have everything linked below for you guys. So to start out with, I'm taking the Berry Mary stamp set, and I'm stamping out 2 little snowmen and 2 of the little penguins. And then I use YR07 and YR02 for the noses and the little penguin's feet, B28 and B24 for that penguin, and I do him blue, which I thought was cute. I use C2 and C0 for the body of the penguin, and then I just use R20 for some cute cheeks, B24 and B28 again for this little snowman. And then I use BG13 and BG10 for the hat. And then I'm using the BG13 and BG10 for that little penguin as well. And I think it's a nice change to do them in those cute blue colors. And I got that inspiration from the Doodlebug paper pads that I'm using for these shaker tags. And then I'm going to use that same turquoise combo. And then V09 and V04 for the hat. I also use my white jelly pen for their cheeks and my black jelly pen for their eyes. And now I'm just fussy cutting out these little cuties, and there is a coordinating die for this stamp set, so I will link that below as well. And it's actually a really cute die. It cuts out the bear for this stamp set, the big bear, and it makes it so that his hands lift up and he can hold these little cute, like stuffies. But for this project, I'm just using these little tiny critters, so there is coordinating dies for those in the package. So I'm just getting right in by the little arms there. And now I'm going to use my Wink of Stella brush and add a little bit of Wink of Stella onto the snowman's hat. And also the little buttons. And now I get right into the die cutting portion. So using the die set here, I'm taking this tag and I'm going to cut this out on white cardstock. Now this piece I'm cutting out so that I'll have a little white element that I can have as snow. So I'm just going to have that on my tag that way so that my little critters are standing on snow. So I'm going to cut out 3 more of these so I have 1 for each of my tags. And the actual tag part of this die cut I'm not going to use. I'm just using that little piece that will be the snow. Now using some colored papers, I'm going to cut out using that same die, and this is going to be the outside of the die, and then I'm showing you how that white little piece will go on top there. And then another piece will be for the background, so you'll see that cute background from behind, and you'll have the shaker components inside there. So now I'm going to cut out that with that same die, this cute little polka dot one, and then using this blue one. And I thought I'd just leave all of this in the editing so you can see, really get a good idea of how to make the shaker tags because I do everything 4 times. So I've got those all done. Now taking the next tag, which is going to be the one closest to me there that had that heart and circle in it, it is going to cut out the whole tag. So I'm putting that there on that blue paper because I want that to be my background. So as you can see, that's going to be a whole tag. That will go on top, and then that white part for him to be standing on the snow there. So I'm going to cut out one of these in each of my other colors. So I used this one with the trees because I thought that would be a really cute background. Like, that's cute just like that. I love it. So I'm showing again how I would layer up that one. So cute with the little snowman. And then I'm doing, this one has little snowmen on it. It's this super cute doodlebug paper. And then I'm also going to do one, and it has little tiny houses and trees. So I thought that was a good background. Now taking some foam. I just got this foam at the dollar store. So I'm taking that first die that we used that had like the half piece on it that I used for the snow. And I'm cutting that out, and we're going to use that big piece there. That way it will give us some thickness in between the layers so that when we put in the shaker components, it actually has space to shake around. So you can see there how it has a little bit more oomph to it. So I'm going to cut out another one of those. And I actually only had red foam left in my stash, but if you had a choice to do white or blue for this particular color combo I'm going with, it would be a lot better because it will show a little bit of the red. I don't mind, but just when you're making yours, if you're wanting it to be like that. So now I'm just going to take some packaging. It's just a package that was from some stickers that I bought at Michael's, and I'm going to use that for the plastic part of the shaker tag so that you can see through it to the shaker components. And I'm going to take that die that cuts out the entire tag again, and I'm going to cut that out with this packaging, and then you'll put it behind there and you'll be able to see through it and see the cute little sequins or whatever you choose to put in there. You can buy these little plastic shaker components by MFT, and Jamie does sell those in the shop, but I didn't have those, so I just used some packaging, and I know that I'd probably be making a lot of them, so I just used packaging. And so I have all my goodies set out and my ATG tape, so I'm going to get started putting these together. But first I wanted to stamp out a little sentiment on them. So using the Fairy Friends stamp set, I'm just using that sentiment that says Merry Christmas, and it's nice and small, and it just fits so perfectly on this little part of the snow. So I'm just using my ink, and I'm just going to stamp this out on each of the little snow parts there. And now I'm going to start adhering everything back together. So first of all, I'm going to take those little snow pieces and add them onto those front layers of tags. So I'm going to put this one on, and I'm basically just lining it up to that center portion. And the little snowman is going to fit there so perfectly. I was so excited. And it is easiest if you make a whole bunch at once. Like, instead of just making one and doing the process, I liked when I'm making tags and that kind of thing to do more than one. So now I'm going to take that packaging and I'm going to put adhesive down all the way around the outside of this, making sure that there's no spots, and then I'm just adding this on here, that little plastic piece. And there was a little bit hanging over. I didn't get it perfectly lined up, so I just cut the little extra piece off. And it's important to use a really good adhesive so that none of the little sequins come out. And I love the ATG gun for shaker tags. And now I'm going to do another one. And it's a really good way to use up your packaging too. I save all my packaging and it all gets used up. So it's a great way to save up that bit of packaging as well. So there's my last one here. And now I'm going to do the foam part. So the foam I'm going to put onto this backing piece. So same thing, I'm just going around the outside of it and getting it all adhered down. And I was having trouble lining it up just because the camera was in front of me, so I had a little bit of trouble lining it up, but they do line up perfectly. I just, because the camera was there, I had a little bit of trouble. So I'm just going to put all of these on and see how it's a little bit puffy. That makes it so that you can put in your sequins and it has lots of room to shake about. And so there's my last one. And now I'm going to fill them with sequins, like the most fun part. So I set them all out and I'm going to take that little sequin mix from Michaels and also the little blue stars. And Jamie just got a whole bunch of different sequin glittery mixes by Nuvo in the shop. So definitely check that out if you're looking for some cute sprinkles and glitter and stuff like that for your shaker cards. And then I add in a little bit of the blue there. And now I can put on the top. So I'm adding adhesive to those tops of the tags and putting them on. And I just did it off camera so I could get it lined up. And there it is, and it is shaky, and it's so cute. So now I'm going to put on that little snowman, and he is precious. He fits so perfectly, and I just love how he just fits right on the little tag. You could definitely use bigger stamps and have them kind of like coming off of the tag, but I just wanted to use a really tiny little guy on there so that he fit right on that snow, and it was like a little scene. And that little penguin fits so perfectly on there too. And then I'm just adding the other two on. And then this one is going to also get a little snowman. And then this one I didn't put on as even, so I just trimmed off that little bit of foam there, and then I'm putting on that little penguin, and he could have gone on either side. I just put them all on the left side. And then I'm taking this twine, and then I'm going to put the bells on and use this ribbon. So I'm taking the ribbon to start, and then I'm just trimming them all out the same size. And then I'm going to take that twine. So I'm just putting through the ribbon. And then I'm going to take my scissors and just trim off the top there because it got a little bit feathered when I was sticking it through that hole. And now I'm going to take one of those little bells and put it on the twine. And I'm using one of these little turquoise bells. They are so cute. And I just had the hardest time getting those getting the twine through the little bells. It was so tricky, but it was totally worth the effort because they looked so cute with the little bells on them. And so then I'm just tying it in a little bow there and then snipping off the edges. So there is one. And then I switched to silver bells for the second one. And I had to stop the camera there to get that little bell on. They were so fussy. And now I'm just tying it around so it stays in place and adding a little bow on the front there. And I think it just looks so festive with the little bell and they jingle, and I just love it so much. These would even be cute if you tied it on like a bottle of wine. That would look so cute. Or if you put it on a gift bag, it would look precious. Or on the front of a little present. You could also make these into really sweet little Christmas ornaments, and I definitely plan to do that for Christmas. Now I've got all the ribbons on, and I just have to tie on those little bells and put a bow on it. So cute with all the little shaker bits in there. And now I'm just attaching the last little twine with bell. And that is my project. I hope this was helpful for you that were wanting to know how to make the shaker tags. And I hope that you enjoyed. And I will put all the links below. And if you do head over to Not2Shabby, you can use my coupon code CraftyGirl to save 10%. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!